One. Welcome back. It is game 2 of this doubleheader against the Gaithersburg Giants here at Shirley Povich Field. The Train with a huge win in game 1 came out on top 11-1, continuing a hot streak at bat that they started on Monday against the Crop Dusters. And like I promised in the last broadcast, I'm bringing in a whole bunch of people on color for this game. Perhaps someone else will even try play-by-play for an inning or two. I don't know. You're going to be hearing a lot of different voices. It's going to be a ton of fun. And with me now is another one of our Kirchen fellows, another one of our excellent writing and social media interns, Ian Decker. Ian, how are you?
I'm good, Allie. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the lovely introduction. It's good to be here.
I'm so excited today. It has been so much fun. Bennett made his broadcast debut in the last game and was so great. We had a couple players on the call. It was a ton of fun, and obviously it's always fun when the Train are playing well. Hopefully they can continue that. They're in a pretty great spot with that guy on the mound right there. We haven't seen him since late June. Ryan Sanders. He is quite the pitcher, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think our listeners will remember when he was on with Nick, one of our other broadcasts.
Our
real broadcaster right now on the fill-in, and he was going through his 3-pitch array, and I mean he really can throw all three, and he's been lights out this season.
Yeah, so have not seen him in a regular season game in a while. He was a Cal Ripken League All-Star, and I believe he saw some time on the mound in that game. But again, hasn't pitched for the Train in a while, so he should be dealing today. Leading off for the Giants is Drew Vogel, the shortstop. And first pitch, swing and a miss. Would you expect anything less from Ryan Sanders? Behind the plate for the Train, Baylor Cobb in the field. That's Schultz at first, Hegwett at second, Pietre at short, and Rogers at third. Nowak in left, you have Jefferson in the center, and John Kramer out in the right. Strike 2 from Ryan Sanders.
Okay.
And the 0-2 comes into Vogel. Well hit, but right into the glove of John Kramer for out number 1. Now batting for the Giants is going to be Ethan LaPlaca, who we saw take the mound in the last game, but he will be in left field for this one. Again, we're only going to play 7 innings because this is game 2 of a doubleheader. Sanders, first pitch into LaPlaca, foul back. I mean, Ian, he's dealing. What else did we expect?
Yeah, I think what really impresses me about Ryan Sanders is that he can get outs in so many different ways. He can get a grounder. He can do soft contact. I mean, with the defense they have, pop-ups are routine. And then he can also throw high heat and get some strikeouts. So, you know, whichever way you're going as a batter, you're in trouble against Ryan for sure.
Yeah. Count 1-1 now here to Easton LaPlaca. Sanders from St. Mary's in California. The 1-1, swing and a miss. I would love if they get a radar gun out today. Ryan's been working the radar gun since he hasn't pitched in a while, but I'd like to have someone else working it for him because I'm very curious. I've heard rumblings that he can chuck 3 digits sometimes. Would love to have it confirmed, the 1-2 high, ball 2-2.
That'd be a lot of fun to see.
Seriously.
You know, see him get up into the triple digits. But you know, I'm sure he's up in the high 80s, low 90s, mid 90s with his fastball.
Yeah. And the 2-2 swing and a miss. First K for Ryan Sanders comes with the second batter face, and that's 2 back-to-back outs. Now it's Saryeldon. Zach Saryeldon, the second baseman for the Giants. Going to try and keep his team alive here as they already have 2 outs. Sanders, first pitch to Saryeldon. That one popped up. Calling it in foul territory is Peyton Schultz, and he gets there. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Sanders. Great stuff from him, and the Train bats will be up in the bottom of the first when we come back. off who else but Luke Nowak. He's literally been the leadoff hitter since he arrived, has not budged from that position, and why would he? He's been on such a streak this week. On the mound for the Giants is Selmer. Evan Selmer from UMBC. 2-0 count here to get started to Nowak. That one, well hit, but foul. Count 2-1. That's some of the contact we were talking about in the break, Ian.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, if I was a batter in this order, having Luke Nowak as the leadoff guy would give me a whole bunch of confidence. You know, just the fact that he can turn a routine grounder into a single. You know, he's crafty on the base paths. He can steal second, third, and he's just his baseball IQ is super high. If there's a pass ball at home, he's coming in. So he's a super fun player to watch.
Yeah, he really is, and what a game he had on Monday. We talked about it on the last broadcast, but he was 5 for 7, and until those 5 for 5, and he does it again. A nice base hit out to right field for Luke Nowak, getting this game started on the right foot, like he always does. Now batting for the Train is DM Jefferson. In the field for the Giants, behind the plate is Kleiman, who made his debut in the last game after he came in for Amaral. Infield, Porter at first, Saryeldon at second, Vogel at short, Ryan at third again. In the outfield, LaPlaca in the left, Demery in the center, and Wilson in the right. First pitch to DM shows bunt. It'll be a strike. Again, count 0-2. Saw the comment that our audio was bad. I tried the trusty unplug replug, which usually fixes it, so let us know if that's better. Again, appreciate you guys at home so much, always keeping us in check.
When Allie's not calling games, she's doubling as a tech assistant, so...
Yeah. I'm really bad with the tech, honestly. Nick not being here has been a struggle. The 0-2, way wild. Count now 1-2. And I had to call him and ask for help, and it was a mess, and I'm pretty sure the first game that I called without him here, it was echoey the entire time, so.
Was it just you by yourself?
It was me and Jacob. But in terms of tech, me by myself, because that one, through the legs of Kleiman and Luke Nowak, going to advance to second. Two the count now to DM. The pitch, swing and a miss. Jefferson, strikeout. First one of the game for Selmer, and that'll bring up Emilian Pietre. And the audio is better. Thank you. Things we love to hear.
The classic unplug and plug back in.
Yep. Never fails. Sometimes does. And then I never know what to do. At that point, if that hadn't worked, guys, I really don't know. Pietre hits that one right into the glove of the pitcher. He tracks over, and now Nowak caught between the bases, trying to tag him, and they make the tag. No, they don't. They drop the ball. The ball goes wild. Past third base, Nowak charging all the way home. Did they tag him out? They did. So the Giants infield able to recover, get the ball to Kleiman for the tag at home, but what a crazy sequence of events.
You don't see that too often.
No, you don't.
The tag from, I believe it was the third baseman there, he dropped the ball. They tried to get him back at third. Ball escaped, and they still got him at home. That's a tough play.
And I mean, Pietre, safe at third after all of that. And I mean, 2 outs, but look who's at the plate. Peyton Schultz, man of the afternoon, had a home run and 3 doubles in the last game, and one of the at-bats where he didn't have a hit was a sac fly to bring home a run. So just an absolute RBI machine. Hopefully he can drive one home here with Pietre in the corner. First pitch to Schultz, low, ball 1. That was a bizarre turn of events. It looked like a video game. Anytime a runner gets caught between the bases, I'm like, it literally looks fake.
And with Nowak's speed, you expect him to be the one guy who might be able to wiggle his way out of that jam.
Yeah. So 1-1 the count now to Schultz. That one hit foul down the third base side, count 1-2.
Looks like he snapped his bat a little bit.
Have to get a new one. I think that's the third broken bat we've seen this game. Jenkins, I think, broke his twice in the last game.
He did. One of those was super far down on the shaft. It kind of had this little spike part in it. And hopefully this bat has the same magic that the bat he used in the first game of this doubleheader had.
And the 1-2 to Schultz, low, ball 2, count even. The 2-2 to Schultz, again chop foul down the third base side. Pietre gonna go to grab it with his bare hands.
Doing his best impression of the third baseman.
I'm so glad the clouds are covering the sun right now. You have no idea. That last game was hot in here. The 2-2, well hit by Peyton Schultz. Will it drop? It won't. Center fielder gets there, and out in center field again for the Giants is Demery. So that'll be 3 outs, and after a crazy turn of events, Pietre left stranded out there on third. When we come back, it'll be another inning of work from Ryan Sanders. Top of the second, leading off for the Giants is the DH Okoji. First pitch from Sanders, ball. It's a crazy turn of events, and our lovely photographer, Anna Yuan, captured it on camera, and it is crazy, and I hope everyone sees those pictures soon. Sanders evens the count with a strike. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Sanders. The 1-1 hit out deep into left field, going Nowak, tracing back, reaches, does not make the catch. It goes out. So that'll be a home run for Okoji, the DH for the Giants. Nowak with such an effort, but it drops over the wall, and the Giants take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising, especially after that 1-2-3 first inning that Ryan Sanders spun. It looked like it looked like Luke Nowak almost had it there in his glove, but somehow it snuck over the fence.
Yeah, a huge hit for Okoji. His team needs that as they're looking to avoid another loss to the Train. First pitch to Demery, a ball. Train got their 20th win with that 11-1 victory in Game 1. The 1-0 from Sanders, strike one. I mean, something we were talking about in the last game was none of these pitchers really look phased, even when stuff like that does happen, so I don't expect Ryan Sanders to slow down. Again, showing no signs of stopping, count 1-2. A home run's a home run.
Yeah, and it was hit really well, and look, but like you say, Ryan Sanders is great at bouncing back. His composure, he's one of the most composed players on the team, and there you have it, strikeout.
Yeah, Demery down swinging, that's out one of the inning. Great stuff from Sanders, his second K. The last time he pitched the 10K game?
I believe so.
That was a ridiculous performance.
He's just so fun to watch, and he's just, the way he works through batters, works through innings, he's just a really fun pitcher to watch.
First pitch to the third baseman, Matt Ryan. A ball, count 1-0. Sanders, the 1-0 to Ryan. Again, a ball, count 2-0. Matt Ryan went to high school with me, Bennett and Anna.
It's a little fun fact for you,
Little
for all
fun fact.
our listeners out there.
They've probably heard me say that before. The 2-0 fouled back, count 2-1.
What high school was that?
Walt Whitman High School, you know.
Of
You know how it
course.
goes. Go Vikes. Sanders sets on the pitch from Cobb. 2-1 comes in, fouled off again, count 2-2. There's also two Whitman guys on the Thunderbolts. So.
It's a baseball powerhouse that you guys are producing over there.
I guess. I had no part in it. Bennett did, though. The 2-2 from Sanders, and down swinging goes Matt Ryan. Back-to-back Ks. Again, like we said, a little home run isn't going to throw Ryan Sanders off his game. Unfortunately, Ryan was struggling with strikeouts in the Game 1 as well. He seems to be continuing that streak. And now it's Kleiman, the catcher. First pitch, a ball.
I think the important thing to note here is that one run, that's for an offense like the Big Train, that's nothing.
Exactly. 2-0 the count. Something I've noticed about Ryan Sanders is despite how impressive he is, he doesn't always get ahead early. He kind of takes his time with the pitch count. 2-0, 3-0 now. And again, he's at 3-0 now, but I don't find myself as nervous as I might be with another pitcher. He's pretty good at fighting back.
Absolutely. And he makes the batters work for sure. It's very rarely do we see a 4-pitch walk.
The 3-0. And there it is. It is a 4-pitch walk.
And I jinxed him.
We unfortunately spoke it into existence. So Kleiman going to take his base. The first walk for Sanders. And it's going to be Porter at the plate. Bryce Porter at first base in this game for the Giants. Sanders still the 2-out cushion. Delivers the first pitch, well hit, grounded to second with Hegwett, tosses it to Pietre for the out at the second base bag, and that'll do it. So again, nothing too stressful. Sanders walked a guy, rebounded the ground out. Good support from his infield. The Trainer down 1-0. He'll look to tack something on offensively when we come back in the bottom of the second. now batting for the big train here, leading off the bottom of the second is one of our lovely national champions, John Kramer from Ole Miss. We had the other one, Braden Jones, on the call in the last game. He told us a little bit about Omaha and how crazy it was to be in that atmosphere. Kramer fouls it off for strike one. We're pretty cool that we get to talk about literal College World Series champions every day at work. 0-1, 0-2 now.
And it's such an incredible run that Ole Miss went on. Obviously, there's so many great teams in the country, but to take it all the way is really exciting for them, for their families, and for us too to get to watch these guys.
Seriously, Kramer just arrived here recently. Jones had been with us since the start of the season, but then obviously when they made that final series, went to Omaha to be with his teammates, the 1-2, 2-2. And then Kramer, though, was with them for the entire run, so he just arrived on the 7th. Started a little cold, but he's warming up to Cal Ripken League Baseball and has been hitting well. Down looking there, Kramer can't really believe it.
Yeah, he's definitely unhappy with that call. Looked a little bit low, but obviously the Blue has a pretty good view from down there.
Yeah. So that's out number one, and at the plate now, TJ Rogers, who we did not see in the prior game. So he's fresh. Selmer, first pitch to Rogers, ball. Rogers batting .229 on the season. That one hit him, perhaps?
Looks like it might have hit the end of the bat there. It doesn't look like he's taking first.
He's kind of clutching his hand, but yeah, not walking. Sal going to come maybe ask if he's okay, ask the ump what happened. Count 1-1, though.
Al, you asked me during the break who my favorite pitcher, my favorite batter is. I think my favorite defender is TJ Rogers.
Yeah, I've really liked his transition to third.
Yeah, he's really secure out there, and he makes a lot of big plays for us.
Yeah, he originally was kind of playing at short and second, and then they put him at third, and he's just got such a good arm. Like, his passes over to first for 5 free putouts are fantastic. So, yeah, he's been really great in the infield for the Train. Count 2-2 now.
He's also really quick on the jump, too.
Yeah.
He gets a really good read on the ball, and not a lot gets by him.
The 2-2 to TJ. Count full. Selmer hasn't walked anyone yet. Fires the full count pitch. Well hit. Grounded to third. Tossed over to Porter, and that's a 5-3 put out. Second out of the inning for the Giants. Now it'll be Trey Wingett coming up to bat for Bethesda. 2 outs. Can he make something happen here? Talk about a guy who's improved at that lately, Trey Wingett.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, maybe he's just seeing the ball better, but he's broken out of a slump that he started the season on, and he's seeing the ball really well and making some really hard contact, putting balls in really good places, hard for the outfielders to get to, and he's getting himself on base.
He's DHing for this game for the Train, so, I mean, definitely has improved enough to earn that spot. That one hit skying out to right center field, and the right fielder will make the catch. That'll be the third out. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Selmer and the Giants. Train still down 1-0 as we enter the top of the third. Leading off this inning for the Giants, number 9 in the order, playing at number 9 in the field, right fielder, Wilson. Sanders, first pitch, ball. Giants still lead 1-0 off the home run from the DH Koji. A 1-0 from Sanders, hefty swing and a miss. Count evens, 1-1. Koji coming into this game had 2 home runs. Another strike count now in Sanders' favor, 1-2.
And when that pitch is going to the outside, it's really, really hard to get a read on.
The 1-2 fouled back at bat continues. When Jordan Little was up here in the last game, he was talking about how part of the reason Ryan Sanders is one of, if not his favorite pitcher to watch on this team is because of just how deceptive he is. And saw it right there. The 1-2, well hit. Nowak and Jefferson coming in, but Nowak going to make the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order with Drew Vogel, the shortstop, who flew out to right field in his last at-bat.
I think right there we're seeing Ryan Sanders' calming technique. He puts both his hands over his head and he kind of flicks out his wrists, helps him get focused before the pitch.
A little ritual, if you will. Strike 1.
Because who says baseball players aren't superstitious?
Sanders, the 0-1 to Vogel, well hit right into the glove of TJ Rogers, and that's some of that defense you were talking about, Ian.
Absolutely. I mean, if the Ripken League did Gold Glove winners, TJ Rogers would be my guy on the corner there.
That was just, he perfectly read that ball, kneeled down, got the ball right above the dirt, making sure it didn't touch the ground, and had it, he probably would have gotten the glove on it and thrown it perfectly to Peyton Schultz. So, 2 outs now. First pitch to LaPlaca, a ball. Easton LaPlaca, the left fielder, who did strike out in his last at-bat. Sanders, the 1-0, in for strike 1. The 1-1 to LaPlaca, in again, ahead now 1-2. Sanders 1 strike away from another 1-2-3 inning. Sanders sets the windup, the pitch, swing, and a miss. Oh my goodness, Ryan Sanders. That is strikeout number 4 for him. He completes another 1-2-3 inning, and we will be back shortly with the bottom of the third. Welcome back. Giants still lead 1-0 as we enter the bottom of the third. Leading off for the big train is Baylor Cobb, who's behind the plate in this 7-inning game we've got. And we have another special guest because not one, not two, we had to get 3 Big Train players on the call today. It's Kai Burdick. Kai, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good.
Doing well.
Actually, this is Ian's first broadcast.
Wow. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Very exciting stuff. I've had a lot of fun partners this past week as Nick's been out. Count 3-0 to Baylor. But, love having the players on because I think the people at home get bored of listening to me. So
Yeah, nice to mix it up a little
it's fun
bit.
to mix it up. Exactly. The 3-0, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Baylor. He'll take his base. Up next, Colton Hegwett, batting number 9. So, Kai, you pitched in that last game. How'd it feel to get back on the mound? It had been a while, right?
Yeah, it'd been almost 2 weeks. It was great to be back on there. I mean, I talked with Sal, and this was kind of planned. Like, we just had a lot of guys backed up because of all those rainouts we had, so it was definitely tough to get innings there for a while. But it felt good to get on there, and I'll be back out there again soon.
Yeah, you pitched really well. It was really exciting and a great win for the team. Hegwood showing bunt. It's going to be fair. Hegwood sprinting over to first. He makes it safely. A great bunt single for Colton Hegwood. Baylor Cogman advanced to second, and now 2 runners on for the Train, no outs. We'll bring up Luke Nowak. I mean, you guys have been having quite the week. Huge win over the Crop Dusters on Monday, and a great win over the Giants in Game 1. Sunday was tough.
Yeah.
And I think Jordan said when he was up here, he was like, it was a little bit of a wake-up call for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you agree? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like when we get this offense going, combined with our staff, like there's nobody in this league that can beat us. Like I think you've all seen that. Like when we're just synced up, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been so impressed with the pitching staff in particular. Little mound visit right now for Selmer. You guys are just like unreal. Like it's so impressive. The fact that like I don't know, it's ridiculous. Like the 5 guys who start are incredible, and all of you guys who come in relief are so good. It's just like literally, it's been such a joy to watch. And I don't know. I don't know too much about pitching, but my broadcast partner Nick, who's normally here, knows a lot, and he is like swooning over everything you guys do. So.
Yeah, I don't think I've never played on or with a staff that this talented before. This is pretty crazy. Like I was saying, we could probably go and make our own like SEC school with our staff here. Like this is a crazy deep group we have here, and it's super fun to play with.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you have Cade Woods starting. You're coming off, you're coming out of the pen. And what a luxury it is to have Nick Del Prado, player of the week, coming in to ice the game. Just the depth that you guys have at pitching is really fun to watch.
Yeah, and like you said, Del Prado, like usually a starter, but willing to just close the game out for us. Like that's what the guys we have there. They're willing to take any role and just step up when we need it.
Luke showing bunt, successfully going to hit that. Will he load the bases? He will. The
Nice.
Wheels from Luke Nowak. Oh my goodness. Talk about a guy who's had a week.
Yeah, Luke is gone absolutely insane at the plate. I mean, there's nothing you can throw him right now that he won't hit. And with that speed, can do about anything.
Yeah. So bases loaded for the Train. Baylor on third, Colton Hegwood on second, Luke Nowak on first, no outs, and DM Jefferson is at the plate. Luke's had an unreal week. And then last game, Peyton. Ridiculous.
Yeah, Peyton's been a huge hitter for us, and I actually knew Peyton in high school. We both were from San Diego. I played him quite a few times in high school, and I always knew that kid could hit.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool coming back here and seeing he was on the roster. I was like, wow, I get to play with this guy again. That was awesome.
That's always like, no, you go.
I was going to say, do you remember any specific battles that you guys had back and forth, kind of tough at bats that he worked?
Yeah, I remember because I started against his school one day, and I had a pretty good game. I think I went 5 innings, only gave up 2 hits, and both the hits were to him. And it was a good day for me, except he was the only one who spoiled it for me.
That's hilarious. We were just talking when Jordan was up here, not Jordan, Braden. Braden was like, potentially, like, next year I would have to face Emilian. Like, SEC battles. Like, Braden's like, I might have to pitch to him. Braden's like, that would be scary.
Yeah.
Which was funny. Speaking of him, he's at the plate now. Baylor couldn't make it home in time. The ground out from DM. He'll reach on the fielder's choice. Obviously want to protect the run, but bases still loaded. 1 out now. First pitch to Emilian, ball.
I guess, Kai, another one for you. What's it like being out here with guys from all around the country, different teams, getting to know players from some of the best schools in the country?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I haven't really, been around the country too much, and getting to meet a lot of guys from the East Coast and the South, and just getting to know, different people like that is super fun. I mean, I love California and I love the guys there, but it's super cool to just meet other people as well. And, everyone on this team is great. Like, we've all gotten super close, and it's a super fun team to play with.
So you came in and you knew Caleb already, I would assume?
Yes, Caleb and I play together at San Francisco.
Very cool. That's really fun. I feel like most of you guys have like one person from your school at least who came with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think that's how it is.
Not DM, but
Garrett too with Nichols.
yeah, and Garrett. That one hit to the second baseman.
No one was there.
Oh.
No one is. Yeah, Kai said it. No one was at the first base bag. So Colton gonna come home. Emilian gonna reach first, and the Train tie this one up. Base is still loaded, just the one out, and it's gonna be Peyton Schultz, one of your California.
Yep, and I'm going to get to see him again, actually, because I don't know if you guys know, he just transferred to Cal,
Yeah.
and we play Cal a couple times during the year in midweek games, so I'm going to get to face off against him again.
During warm-ups or anything, do you ever do live sessions against teammates here in summer ball, or is it just game?
Yeah, it's usually just game work for us. We don't have a lot of time off. Like, the few off days we have, it's recover, like, get your bodies right. Like, we haven't had a lot of time to practice, which is nice, kind of, but also, we're constantly on the go. So we really don't have a ton of time to work with our hitters. It's mostly maybe once a week, small bullpens in front of Coach Lopez, and he's, refining us and helping us out there. But, the hitters haven't worked too much with us.
Got it.
And, since you mentioned Coach Lopez, what's it been like working with him? Obviously, he was in the minors for a bit, super knowledgeable, knows what he's doing. What's it like working with a different pitching coach?
Yeah, it's great. Coach Lopez has been, my biggest supporter since day one of coming here. Like, he made it clear that he's not here to change too much with us. Like, we're all here for a reason, and he's really just here to make a couple adjustments for us and to really just be that positive, influence that we need, because baseball is a failure sport, and we're going to run into some trouble a lot, and having a guy like him just helping us out is great.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy, and his laugh is
It's
hilarious.
infectious.
I'm in here most of the time, and I can hear it from up here, so
Yeah.
it's really funny. New pitcher, they're gonna pull Selmer. Understandably, he's been struggling a bit. It's Matthew Vernieri from Bloomsburg University, New Jersey native. Yeah, I was gonna say there are not too many West Coast kids in this league.
Yeah, I mean, it's me, Caleb, Peyton, and then a couple of our St. Mary's guys, Ryan and Trey, and that's about it.
Yeah, and not a ton of Midwest either. It's like
Yeah.
fairly East Coast and
Yeah.
South heavy, which makes sense. Also, because I feel like so much of summer ball, especially this league, is who Sal has connections with and what
Exactly.
schools and
Yeah.
I was going to ask, is that how you heard of
Yeah.
Big Train?
Yeah, so my former pitching coach back at San Francisco, he had been sending guys here a couple years. He knew Sal pretty well, and so that was kind of a tradition. Like, every year San Francisco would send one or two guys down here for the summer, and it's a lot different than what I'm used to back home, for sure. Definitely getting used to this weather's a little tough.
yeah, it's so humid.
Especially sitting up here in the
Oh,
booth
yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
It is toasty.
Up here is not ideal. I was saying earlier to, I don't remember who asked me, but both guys who came up here in the last game were like, it is so gross. And I was like, yeah, low-key, I kind of like the away games because we get to sit outside, but then also at the away games, everyone can hear us, which I don't love, but it's been okay.
Come on, you guys, you should have to be confident. You and Nick are great
Exactly.
broadcasters.
Exactly.
You put on great shows every game, so you just got to believe in yourself.
Thanks, Ian. Now batting is Peyton Schultz. I think he
Kai, one
already
thing
said that, but-
I've noticed is that guys will switch up their cleats. Peyton has switched up his cleats this season. Luke has. Jason has. Is that a big thing for baseball players to switch up their cleats, or does it just depend on the guy?
Yeah, I'd say it depends on the guy, because me personally, I've probably gone through just one pair of cleats in the past 2 years. Like I wear them until they can't be worn anymore. But I think some guys like mixing up the look and showing off the swag, but I'm just not a swaggy guy myself, so I keep it simple.
Oh my God.
Nothing
That's
wrong
not
with a good,
true.
simple
Yeah.
cleat. I like that. But I like I said to Allie, I think you got to give yourself more credit.
Yeah, Kai,
You got
come
some
on.
nice swagger on the mound there.
Oh,
It's
thank
fun to
you.
watch you.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Oh, thank you.
The 1-1, well hit by Schultz. Gonna
There it is.
drop
Who
in
else?
left center field. Gonna send Luke home. DM pushing as well. Of course, he's got the wheels to do it. And the big train tack on 2 more. And Peyton Schultz shows no signs of slowing down after the game 1 that he had. You don't want to face him in the fall. Oh my God.
Oh my God, this guy's a tough out right now.
Seriously, I mean, it's just so exciting to see like how well you guys have been playing, especially like Sunday was tough, but then to come back with such a vengeance on Monday against the Crop Dusters
Yeah.
and actually finish a game.
Yeah,
that was thrilling.
That was our first time finishing a game there.
I was really nervous. I was like, it is almost 8:30.
I
Like,
know.
can we just like please?
I don't get
finish?
why we're starting games there at 5 every
I
time.
don't
We
either.
got to learn that we're never gonna finish those.
I know. First pitch into John Kramer, a ball. I was just like, are we kidding? Like, we have to finish. And I asked like someone on their staff. I was like, so like, you guys ever think on second and third and a 1-0 count to TJ Rogers. Still with us, Kai Burdick.
Kai, we were talking earlier about how great of a defender TJ Rogers is, especially at that corner spot at third. For you, what's it like as a pitcher having this level of defense behind you from the outfield, infield? Every position is so good defensively.
Man, it gives you so much confidence on the mound that you don't just have to, try to strike every guy out. You can just pitch to contact, let them put balls in play, and you can trust that your defense is going to make your plays for you. Like, yeah, TJ is great out there. Emilian's awesome at shortstop. Felix at second. Like, our infield and outfield has just been locked down for us, and it's been such a confidence booster for all the pitchers.
TJ actually is a West Coast kind of boy. He's from Nevada,
Yeah,
which is kind of niche, kind of fun.
yeah.
The 2-1 hit him.
And he
Oh,
was
go
hit
to
this
first.
time. Remember last time he
I
was
know.
up about hit the end of his bat, hit the
We were
barrel.
debating. So TJ gonna load the bases on the hit by pitch. And coming up is Trey Wingett. Whose walk-up song is your favorite?
To be honest, I don't pay attention to anybody's walk-up songs.
That's fine.
I literally have no idea. I'd have to say mine. but
What's yours? What's your walkout
Mine's
song?
California Love,
Okay.
Tupac.
That's pretty good. If I'm being honest, I have not been paying attention to what you guys walk out to.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I always forget.
Was that a song that you've had for a while, or a new change?
That was a summer change, and I think like every season and summer I always kind of mix it up until I really find something I like.
And is
We've
it,
had some guys request changes mid-season, so.
Yeah.
do you feel like it helps kind of mentally get you ready, or do you have a routine out there when you're going to warm up?
Yeah, I think that song choice is honestly like a low-key underrated aspect of coming out there. Like that's the song that's going to get you hyped, and you got to get some energy out there on the mound to perform. And so that one's cool for me. It's kind of a chill song that I like. So that's kind of me. I try to be chill on the mound, but I know I'm not.
You fool us. We were talking earlier, like, all of you guys are so, like, at least look so, like, calm and collected out there. And even, like, Ryan, after he gave up that home run, like, he came back and he was like, that didn't even faze me. Like, I'm
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah, definitely with Ryan. He's the guy that you could not tell is throwing a 6-inning shutout or giving up 5. Like, he's very composed out there.
Yeah. Okay, another question. Who's, like, the biggest jokester in the bullpen?
Man, we got a lot out there,
Yeah,
honestly.
I know. That's what I'm asking.
That's the thing with pitchers. Like, we're all really weird, and I think that's like what makes us great. Is we have so many different personalities out there, like so many different kinds of funny out there. Like Jordan, who was in here earlier, is like pretty quiet but super quiet funny in little comments he makes. And then we got guys like Cade Woods, who's just funny. Same with Braden. Also, DP Del Prado. one of the funnier guys I've ever met. Like, honestly, everyone in there's got a crazy personality.
That's awesome. You guys seem to have such a good vibe, like such good chem.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys set up the little hammock
Yeah.
out there. It looks like a lot of fun.
That was hilarious. I asked Braden, I'm like, whose hammock is that? And Braden goes, well, I had the first one, but then Connor wanted one. And I had to take him to the store because he didn't want to go by himself. And Braden's just like telling the story, and I'm like, all right. He was like, he needed me to hold his hand and walk him into the store to get a hammock. And now he is a hammock. The 3-2, well hit by Trey. Foul. So anticlimactic when that happens.
Yeah, we got some long nights out there in the bullpen, so you got to be comfortable out there.
Yeah.
And they're coming prepared with their hammocks.
So funny. Because I saw, like, I think the first time I saw it was at Blair at the Thunderbolts field. And I was like, oh, someone's setting up a hammock in the bullpen. Like, that's fun.
It looked really comfortable.
It does look comfortable.
Swinging a little bit, just having a good time.
We hammock at school all the time, so I was like, oh, it looks like school. Wingett, still the full count, bases loaded. Pietre on third, Schultz on second, and Rogers on first. It's going to be a walk, send home another run. Emilian comes home. Trey takes his base, and Vernieri just cannot get out of this inning. 2 outs still will bring up Baylor Cobb.
And he's already the second pitcher they've used, so Big Train's offense is really rolling through these guys, taxing the arms and giving the Giants a short bullpen tonight.
This is Baylor's second at-bat of the inning. He walked in the first one and then eventually was put out before he could reach home base.
Now, Kai, with tonight being Halloween, do you have any past memories of favorite costumes or just Halloween memories?
Yes. So I've been pretty good about my Halloween costumes over the years. I go all out when I try to during Halloween, and I think my best one was probably it was 6th grade, and I was Napoleon Dynamite, and my hair at the time was just perfect for it. Like, I had my afro and it was prime, and I had one of my best buddies was Kip, and our costumes were electric.
That's phenomenal.
That's really good.
Gotta send us a photo so that we can tweet it on the team Twitter.
Ian, what's your favorite Halloween costume?
You know, last year, so obviously late October, it gets pretty chilly, and so last year I found this Oscar the Grouch onesie.
Oh, that's good.
And it's neon green and warm and fuzzy, and I wore shorts and a t-shirt underneath, and I was warm, and when it was cold outside, so that one was fun. It had a little hood, a little trash can on top.
That's good.
That was a fun one. How about you, Allie?
What
you're wearing right now, for those obviously just listening, but Allie has a sweet Hawaiian shirt on right now that she's been rocking.
2-1 Lance, count 2-2 to Baylor Cobb. Okay, in 4th grade, I think I've said this on the broadcast before, don't ask me why. I think in 4th grade, me and my best friend went as Perry the Platypus and Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Nice.
That's amazing. Which one were you?
Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I have a photo, but like it's been like wiped. Baylor hits that one foul. Yeah, that will continue. And everyone always, when I bring that up, they're like, oh, I have to see a photo. And I'm like, I don't know where it went. Like, I know it's somewhere, like, in someone's, like, iCloud or whatever. But, like, I have no idea. It's this photo of us, like, squaring up. Because we're, like, nemesises, you know?
I was going to say, we get a picture of Kai in his costume. We need to get one of you and yours.
Yeah, we got to see that.
That was pretty good. Oh, this year, me and my friend, two? Count full. I went as, never mind, I don't think I should say.
Well,
Anyways.
Kai and I will then we will proceed to guess. I think that you went as a giant block of cheese.
Ooh.
That's my guess.
I do love cheese.
It would have been a perfect costume.
No, that's not what I went as. The 3-2, and that'll be...
Oh,
down looking. Baylor not happy about that. Understandably, I thought he was about ready to walk. But Vernieri finally gets out of the bottom of the 3rd, but not before Train tack on 4 runs. We will move to the top of the 4th with the Giants bats. But Kai, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me. I'd always be down to do this again.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Bennett Solomon here. I'm back, and we're here in the top of the fifth. Ian, hello.
Yeah, our game of musical chairs for the broadcast continues. Allie has stepped out for a little bit. Bennett is coming in to do the play-by-play. I'm still here to add a little bit of fun color for you guys at home. Bennett, how are you?
Oh, I'm kind of got thrown into this situation a little bit, but, we're going to take it and go with it. Ryan Sanders, 1 ball, 1 strike right now. 1-1, ball out, and Baylor Cobb is going to go to the mound for a visit. All right, so Ian, this is your first time as well, right?
It is. This is my debut on the mic. I've done a couple podcasts, but there's a lot of editing in that. This is live. You're on air, but it's been fun. I love baseball. I love the big train. Been coming to games since I was a little kid, so it's definitely fun to be out here.
Yeah, same here. And podcasts, they're podcasts. Tape it first, usually. At least I've done a podcast, and but you may have listeners after, but you don't have listeners live. So this is it's a little surreal right now, not gonna lie. Grounded to short, Pietre fields it on the first, a little low, but Peyton Scholes digs it out of the ground. There's one down here.
So going back to when Baylor Cobb went out to chat with Ryan, as a former baseball player yourself, what do those conversations usually consist of?
Well, Ryan, obviously, I think sometimes pitchers, they get a little down on themselves if, they throws 2 straight balls, 3 straight balls. I think Baylor just went out there to, remind them, hey, just settle down. It's only allowed 1 run, just 1 mistake tonight. So just settle them down, and that's kind of what the meetings are for.
Absolutely.
Strike 1 from Sanders right there. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. No, 0-2.
He is really bamboozling these Giants batters tonight.
It really is.
One of the things I wish I'd asked Kai on the broadcast was what it's like working with totally new catchers.
And strike 3 called there for Sanders. He sat down as Baylor Cobb throws it around the horn. Going back to what you said, Ian, yes, like the big train rotate with 3 catchers. Clay Warga, Jason Chaboni, Baylor Cobb. I haven't seen Baylor in a while, so it's kind of cool. Kind of good to see him back out there as Ryan Sanders is going back. The pitch. Grounded to TJ Rogers, but that is foul.
This is Bryce Demery up to bat. Sophomore from Zion Crossroads, Virginia.
Sanders, just that 1 hit allowed, happened to be a home run. Luke Nowak almost made that catch.
I was going to say, it looked like it was in his glove.
It did, but he didn't react when he came back down from the air. So. Up there's a pop-up to right field. And that's it.
There we go, John Kramer with the 3rd out of the inning.
All right, well, I think Allie is back here, so we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. Ian, thanks for joining me for half an inning. That was very quick, so maybe next time I'll try and get a little more time on here, but thanks for listening, and Ian, enjoy.
Thanks for hopping on.
welcome back. Me again. Had to take a quick little break, but it is the bottom of the fourth. Colton Hegwett leading off for the Train. That's still Vernieri on the mound. Quick 1-2-3 inning from Ryan Sanders. Exciting stuff. Hopefully you had fun with Bennett on play-by-play.
Saying that we're really rotating today. We're
Yeah.
keeping people on their feet. I mean,
I
you've just had
know.
guest after guest after guest tonight.
3-1 count now for Colton Hegwett.
It's interesting they're showing bunt. The Big Train have had several successful bunt attempts tonight. Hegwood looking to be the third player to get a bunt and reach base.
Vernieri readying the 3-1. Fires. That one well hit, but foul. Count full. Yeah, I mean, they two successful bunt singles, like you said. Hegwood one of them, and then Nowak followed up right after to load the bases. It was a great bottom of the third for the Train. Tacked on 4 runs, take a 4-1 lead after the homer from Okaji in the top of the second from the Giants.
And it was kind of like that first game, 6 runs in the top of the fourth. You know, the Big Train's offense just kind of going off.
Hegwood well hit down into left field. It'll be a base hit. So full count. Patience pays off. Gets that one and brings up Luke Nowak.
Now passing for the Big Train, the left fielder number 13, Luke Nowak.
Hegwood, after the bunt single, hits a single to left field to make himself 2 for 2 on the evening.
Not a bad start for Colton
Not at all.
out of Louisiana Tech.
One of 2 guys from Louisiana Tech on our roster, him and Baylor Cobb. Now one of our 4 ECU boys at the plate. Hegwood running, charging, diving. Ball goes wild. He's going to go to third as well, and he's in successfully. Colton Hegwood, great base running. All the way on third now, a 1-0 count to Luke Nowak. Vernieri going to head back to the mound. Count 0-1 to Nowak.
It's been a lot of heads down for the Giants pitchers tonight. Just the body language is showing a team that obviously is down 4-1, but the mistakes are kind of piling up here.
Yeah, looking, unfortunately, just a bit defeated. The 0-1 fouled back toward the third base bleachers, count 0-2. I mean, it's tough. Coming into this one, the Giants were 11-13. Then they moved to 11-14. Now, if they can't get a win over the Train, move to 11-15. So just pushing further and further away from 500. It's just been a tough. After such a hot start, they handed the Train the first loss of their season. The 0-2 hit to the second baseman, tossed over to Porter at first, and that'll be the first out. But yeah, like I was saying, really great start to their season. Just haven't been able to sustain it. Meanwhile, I'd argue the Train have only been getting better. There was that 12-day stretch to July 4th that kind of was tough, and they kind of were training back some wins and losses. But since then, since the All-Star break, have just been really phenomenal.
And just with the sheer volume of games, you're going to have a couple clunkers in there. This past Sunday was one. They struggled against DC. But overall, you know, this team is just playing really well.
Well hit by Jefferson, past the first baseman who tried to dive for the ground ball. Can't get there. Base hit for DM Jefferson brings home Colton Hegwood. The Train now up 5-1.
Now batting for the Big Train, the shortstop, number 16.
Emilian Pietre at the plate now. Jefferson taking his lead on first. First pitch way outside, ball 1. Jefferson, look for him to run.
You know,
He's speedy.
earlier in the season, I was talking to Coach Sal, and he was saying that he expects Pietre to be the starting shortstop next year with Kentucky. Obviously speaks volumes to his defensive play like we were talking about earlier, and just his offensive pop he brings at the plate.
pickoff attempt to Jefferson, unsuccessful. Yeah, I'm excited to see that Kentucky infield next year. One of our most promising freshmen from Northwestern, Patrick Herrera, was playing at short and second for the Wildcats, and he just announced he's going to be transferring to Kentucky. He was second team All Big Ten, so I'm excited to see what he does. Maybe him and Emilian will be infield buds. That one chopped foul.
Maybe they can get their thing going in the infield.
Yeah, you know how it is. Patrick primarily playing at second base, actually, which I know Pietre plays a bit, but he's just so athletic. He really is suited for shortstop. But yeah, I mean, Braden was talking about it when he was up here. The transfer portal has just made college sports crazy. We have so many guys on the train who have recently announced that they'll be making transitions to new schools, and just made every sport kind of really interesting, especially college basketball. But excited to see how it affects baseball too. Another pickoff attempt to Jefferson, unsuccessful. Count still 1-1 to Emilian. Vernieri fires. Charging is Jefferson. Will he make it safe? He will.
And he didn't even need to slide. Upright position. I think that's why you see Vernieri trying to go for the pickoff 2-3 times. You know, he knows that Jefferson wants to steal. He's looking steal. He has the wheels to make it, but he couldn't keep him at bay.
Yeah, so Jefferson now in scoring position. 1 out on the board for the train, and a 2-1 count to Pietre. On deck, tonight's superstar Peyton Schultz. Vernieri eyeing Jefferson at second. The 2-1 to Pietre. Hit to the third baseman, goes through him, but the shortstop is there to back him up. Throw goes wild past the first baseman, Porter. So DM going to advance to third. And now runners in the corners for the train. Pietre on first, Jefferson on third. And like I said, Peyton Schultz at the plate now. Great opportunity here with 2 runners on for Schultz to do what Schultz does best, and that's bat in runs. Vernieri readies. First pitch to Schultz goes wild. DM Jefferson going to come home with ease. Emilian going to advance to second, and another run tacked on for the train. They now lead 6-1. Jefferson going to score on a wild pitch. Emilian going to advance into scoring position. No mound visit. With this 1-0 count to Peyton Schultz. Pitch comes in. Vernieri finds the zone, evens 1-1.
And still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Vernieri. The 1-1 to Schultz. Another strike. Ahead 1-2. Desperately needs that second out here.
It was pretty fun having Kai on here talking about the battles that he's had with
I
Peyton
know,
Schultz
that was
and
awesome.
the ones that they're going to have next year with
Yeah.
between USF and Berkeley.
It's so crazy to think about. And like when Braden was up here talking about how he might have to face Emilian, like it's just so weird to think that these guys might go back to being competitors in the fall. 2-2 the count now. But that was funny to hear about them kind of dueling it out in high school. Schultz, a 2-2 count. Pietre on second. The 2-2, well hit but foul.
Watch out, Coach Galvin Morris over there, G, third base. He had to duck pretty quickly to avoid that one.
He did get hit in the leg in the last game, so he's used to it. Still a 2-2 count after that foul ball from Schultz. Vernieri sends it in. Well hit by Peyton Schultz. Back, gone! Dropping, not gone, but dropping in front of the wall. It's going to be a double for Peyton Schultz. Pietre going to come all the way home, and the RBI machine just does not stop. Peyton Schultz bats in another run. Big Train take a 7-1 lead. And oh my goodness.
And
Ian,
I
this is ridiculous.
I think we know who we're talking to after
I
the
know.
game.
I think we know. I think it might be just a little bit obvious.
Today, past couple days, he's really been seeing the ball well, jumping on pitchers early, and he smoked yet another shot. You could see from the get-go, left field had no chance. Was just watching it, waiting for it to drop, hoping that it wouldn't hop over the fence.
First pitch to Kramer. That one hit toward the first base side, but fouled off first. I mean, Peyton Schultz, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
That is his 5th double on the day?
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. There is a reason why he leads this team in RBIs.
Yeah. He's at second right now. John Kramer at the plate.
But the coaches at UC Berkeley are wishing that it was spring right now so that they could get Peyton on the diamond.
They must be thrilled. That one comes in low in the dirt for ball 1. I mean, you got to think that, being in the transfer portal, I have to imagine, is very stressful. And once you've made that decision and know where you're going to land, it probably makes your play a lot more confident. So you have to think that Peyton's really excited to go to Cal, and that's kind of inspiring him right now to play really well. That one, chopped toward the second baseman, gets it over to Porter, and that'll be the second out. Schultz going to advance to third as TJ Rogers comes to bat for the Train.
Looks like John Kramer pulled up a little bit lame on that last one. It looks like he's favoring that left foot. I don't know if it was a right ankle or knee, but he looks to be jogging a little bit gingerly. Hopefully he'll be okay. See if he comes out, returns to his spot and right.
Yeah, hoping he's okay.
Didn't look like first base coach Sam Bender had that much to check on, so hopefully it's not too serious for him.
Vernieri, the first pitch to TJ Rogers, fouled. 0-1 the count. Ian, are you enjoying broadcasting?
I am. This is my final half inning. Jack's gonna hop on.
All right.
At the top of the 5th. I'm a little bit sad to be leaving, but I thank you for letting me hop on and join you in the booth up here. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm glad. It's been fun to have all you guys. The 0-1 to TJ goes over Kleiman behind the plate. Count 0-2. TJ got a little contact there. We've had quite the star-studded crew in the booth. I mean, we had Braden, we had Jordan, we had Kai, and then we had multiple Kirchen fellows. We're gonna get a Demisa fellow in here in just a second.
I think the only Kirchen fellow we have left to get is Anna.
I know, and Anna, I don't know if she's got the baseball knowledge. The 0-2 in the dirt, count 1-2. Yesterday, Bennett and I were joking around with her because, Anna's our wonderful photographer. She's amazing at sports photography, but
that she is.
She had never gone to a baseball game until she came for her first day of work
really?
in Big Train. Yeah. And so she was like, I don't know anything. And I'm like, you don't need to. You have a great eye. She'll be fine. She has been. It was just funny. Yesterday, Bennett and I were teasing her about her baseball knowledge. The 1-2. Down looking goes TJ Rogers. So that'll end the bottom of the 4th. Train, though, 7-1 lead. Anyways, Anna, we asked her what, oh gosh, it was something so simple, and she was like, yeah, I don't know what that is. Anyways, it was funny, but she's great. All of our interns are great. Ian, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to have Jack, one of our lovely high school Demisa fellows, on color with me when we return. Stay tuned. Welcome back, top of the fifth. Ryan Sanders still on the mound, of course. He's been having quite the night per usual. He's facing third baseman Matt Ryan at the plate. First pitch of ball and change of plans. Ian's going to stick around for just a little longer.
I know. I am back, folks.
He just can't get enough.
You just couldn't keep me away, Allie.
I couldn't.
Got the booth, got baseball, got you, got everything that we could need.
Oh, thanks. It's been such a joy to have you. I'm not that mad about having you on for another half inning. Jack has some intern duties to take care of before he comes on in here. The 2-0 from Ryan Sanders. Strike.
I would love to see one of the other things that Ryan does is that his pitching motion and the mechanics are so sound that every time that right foot, his front foot that plants, makes a little divot. And I think he must get 3 or 4 inches down into the mound every time because his foot plants in the exact same spot.
2-1, fouled off toward our picnic pavilion, hits the roof, count 2-2. Yeah, Ryan is just like, we can't gas him up enough. He's just such a joy to watch. It's been very fun, and again, it's been a while since we've seen him. The last time he pitched was June 28th. He had 10 strikeouts against the Thunderbolts. It was an unreal performance. The 2-2, count full.
And as good as Ryan Sanders is and has been, it goes back to the point that we were making with Kai's, that the pitching is so deep that we almost forget the last time that he pitched, right? We have the guys that, Coach Sal and Coach Lopez, they roll out the starters and bullpen guys for each game, and you think this is just a phenomenal pitching staff.
Ryan struck out, and that is another one for Ryan Sanders. Absolutely continuing to get through these Giants batters. And up next is Kleiman, the catcher.
When he
0-2 count right now to
struck out.
Kleiman.
And he struck out looking. Cool. Did you want to... the unmute.
Down goes Kleiman. Back-to-back Ks for Ryan Sanders. Incredible stuff from him. And now it'll be up to Porter, the first baseman, to try and keep his team rolling here in the top of the fifth. First pitch to Kleiman, a ball.
That's another really fun thing about Ryan Sanders is he does not need that many pitches to go to work. I think he tricks batters into taking those early swings. A lot of guys like to lay off that first pitch, but he gets a lot of guys to go early, and he gets through innings, with 15 or less pitches, lets him be in games for longer.
Yeah, he's up to 7 Ks on the night in his 16 batters faced. Oh my gosh. The 2-0 fouled off, so that's almost half these guys struck out. Sheesh. I don't know what else to say. Sheesh.
Good old
A good old
sheesh.
sheesh. That's how we're rocking with Ryan Sanders.
Well, at a certain point, you can only give so much praise, right? I mean, he's just so fun to watch, and we kind of sound like broken records, but it really is how good Ryan Sanders has been for us this season.
A 3-1 count now to Porter, who again is trying to keep his team's bats alive here. Sanders, one of those California college boys. The 3-1 hit well, but Kramer gonna get there for the catch, and that is out number 3. Back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for Ryan Sanders. 4 of the 5 today have been taking care of that efficiently. When we come back, it'll be the big train bats with Trey Wingett leading off. Jack will be on color, we think. I don't know. Ian, I'm just going to say goodbye again. Oh, here's Jack. Awesome. All right. So,
all right.
Ian.
Thank you again for having me, Allie.
Of course. It was a pleasure. You're welcome back anytime. We'll take a quick break and come back for the bottom of the fifth. Welcome back. It's the bottom of the fifth. The Big Train lead 7-1. New pitcher on the mound. It's Gabe Barrett for the Giants. And in the booth with me is Jack Stashauer. Jack, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. This is really surreal for me.
It's really cool. Again, I told you guys in game one that I was going to have quite a few people with me in the booth today. Jack is just one of those. He's one of our awesome DeMesa fellows, which means he's just a high schooler, but he does so much for the Big Train. And I'm excited to have you in with me. Have you ever called a baseball game before?
I've never called a baseball game before. If anyone's watching, sorry. This is my first time, but as you can see, my favorite walk-up song batter is up right now, Trey Wingett. What I usually do around here is I do either the music here, I do the scoreboard. Right now doing the music, he asked for a shout-out, Robert Sue. He's doing amazing right now. And if you are here in attendance, he was the one in the ghillie suit.
Awesome. Yeah, so our DeMesa fellows do a lot of awesome stuff. They run Point Streak. They help us set up. They help us clean up. They help us do the music. They help us do the scoreboard, like Jack just said. He does a ton of stuff for the Big Train, and we're so appreciative. And yeah, his favorite walk-up song, Dancing in the Moonlight. Trey Wingett up at the plate now, a 1-2 count. And on deck is Baylor Cobb. So Jack, how long have you been volunteering with the Train?
It's actually my fourth year.
Wow.
Been doing this since the Washington Capitals Stanley Cup run is how I remember my first day here. It was the day they won the Stanley Cup. It was my first day here.
That's so cool. Trey goes down swinging, unfortunately. Now batting Baylor Cobb. That's really cool. That feels like a long time ago.
I know. I was a whole different person, and that's scary. The personality changes I've gone through because of this place have been insane.
Yeah, this is my first year here. Obviously, you know that because you've been here for a while. But it has been so much fun. I literally am so glad that I was able to do this for the summer. 1-0 to Baylor Cobb. You know, as I was looking for jobs, I was like, I didn't even think about working here. And I'd been to games before. Obviously, I grew up in Bethesda. I went to Whitman. But it didn't really cross my mind until I started looking for, like, summer sports media jobs because I wanted to live at home.
Perfect for that.
And it's literally perfect. Baylor's swing and a miss, count 1-1. And the fact that I got the job and was able to come here has just been such an awesome opportunity and so much fun working with all you guys. And I've loved learning from the people who have been here for a while. So, yeah.
I know. It's every time I meet a new person here, I'm going into college soon. They give me amazing advice. What is really humbling to me is that in my family's history, there's a lot of people who've done stuff like radio. My grandpa was famous for radio in Cleveland, Ohio.
Awesome.
My dad, who's now a writer, who graduated from Northwestern University.
He went to Northwestern?
Yep.
That's where I go.
Oh, my God.
Did you know that?
I knew that.
Okay, wait, wow.
And I know a lot of people have been telling me, hey, for what you want to do in your career, go to Northwestern. I'm like, it's a little bit of a reach for me. But just hearing all these opportunities where I can continue the family torch, or I can pass the family torch up, either like advertising communication is really humbling for me, and this place got me started.
Yeah, well, if you ever want to talk about Northwestern, please let me know. I'd love to help you out. Was your dad in the journalism school?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay.
He tells me a lot that the Northwestern he went to was a lot different than the one it is today. And part of
Full
foul.
count, foul, yeah.
Part of that is, the football team is what he tells me about, how they never won a single game while he was there. And nowadays they're a little bit better.
They're a little bit better. Last season was rough, but my freshman year was really good. We went to the Big Ten Championship, which was awesome.
I remember that.
And made a bowl game and beat Auburn, so beat an SEC team, which was really cool too. But yeah, if you ever want to talk to Northwestern, let me know. The 3-2 ball 4, Baylor going to take his base on a walk. And if you're interested in sports journalism, it's a really awesome community, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. So just hit me up, Jack, anytime.
Thank you. As you can see, a problem with the Giants today has been control.
Yeah.
As I was scoring the first game, just this one guy who came in, about like maybe 11 straight balls he threw.
Yeah.
But, Big Train, they're a good team. It is hard to pitch to them, so why not pitch around them? Sometimes it doesn't go your way.
Colton Hegwett, a guy who's on fire today, 2 for 2 with a bunt single and then a regular single. Both of those ended up with him coming all the way around to score 2 runs, count 0-1 as he fouls that one off. It's just been so fun to be working also for a team that's so good. That doesn't hurt, obviously. It's been just such a joy to watch these guys. We had 3 players on today. We had Braden Jones, Jordan Little, and Kai Burdick, all 3 immensely talented pitchers. It's just such a pleasure to talk to them, and this pitching group is ridiculous.
Oh my God. You know, doubleheaders are tough. It's hard to keep everyone rested. Where we're at right now, I think that's 3 hits we've let up today total.
Something like that.
And that's amazing. 2 runs so far. You know, baseball is hard. I wasn't very good as a kid, so seeing it being played professionally is amazing.
Yeah.
No matter what level.
These guys are so talented. Hegwett was showing bunt there, but can't make it happen. That one swung on. Hit deep.
Hit deep.
Foul.
Just foul. He's got the power, though. He's got the power.
He does have the power. So a 1-2 count now for Hegwood. Owen coming out to bring some fresh baseballs. Owen's awesome. Our bat
Owen's
boy.
been here longer than me.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how that's possible. If you're watching the live stream, Owen is actually that little.
Owen was up here on the call, too. We've had a ton of special guests.
Owen's awesome. Owen's
great.
been awesome the whole 4 years I've been here.
Barrett readying for the 1-2. Again, Cobb still on first. Colton Hegwood pops that one up. The infield's calling it. Third baseman Matt Ryan. Nope. Kleiman, the catcher, going to make the out. So a pop-up for Colton Hegwood will give the Giants 2 outs to work with Baylor Cobb still on first. And coming up is Luke Nowak. Talk about a guy who's been unreal.
You know, before we got Luke Nowak, problem for us was a leadoff hitter. Now, everyone we had at leadoff, you know, was talented in their own way. But since Luke Nowak came in, those other players have been able to thrive at other positions in the lineup. And Luke Nowak deserved his All-Star nod that he got recently, the Cal Ripken 2022 All-Star game. Starting a little. It's the first time it happens. But
I couldn't have said it better myself. I agree completely about his position as leadoff hitter has just completely changed the offense of this team. You know, they were struggling to score runs early, and obviously guys were getting used to wood bats and summer league baseball. But he has just really allowed, you know, a guy like Garrett Felix, for example, was our leadoff hitter consistently for the first 1 or 2 weeks. Now that he's been able to move down in the order, he's really been thriving in like a cleanup spot or even batting 5th. And Luke has just been ridiculously consistent to get things started, and it's just been great.
he's also got a great glove.
Yeah.
Takes one inside.
2 on the count now. 2 outs again to work with. Baylor Cobb, the lone runner, out on first. But fortunate enough to have 4 ECU Pirates on our roster, 3 pitchers, and then Luke, who's an outfielder, as you know. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Pitch going to go wild. And
hold on.
Baylor gonna
just strolling in the second.
advance to second.
Hold on, I saw him thinking about it.
That was Baylor's a bit of a jokester. That was not serious. Anyways, Baylor gonna tease out there on the second base bag, but he'll just take 1 base and still a 2-1 count.
Just take what you get. Just take what you get.
Baylor's hilarious. Oh my goodness, we've got a lot of funny guys.
Great personality too. Great facial hair.
No, he shaved it recently.
What?
I know.
What? I've been up here too much.
He shaved the top
Tragic.
stash. Hilarious. Anyways, it was a bummer. The 2-1 to Nowak, another ball. 3-1 the count. But yeah, we've got a lot of fun guys on this team. Big personalities. It's just been so fun to work with them. And they're awesome, so willing to talk to us, the media, which I much appreciate.
It's a gift when they come upstairs and, you know, whether it's a break, it's always fun when they, you know, just come up and just say what's on their mind.
Just vibe with us.
I don't know.
Up here.
Play Wordle with some of them, you know, Trey Wingett, who's pretty good at Wordle, I found out.
Wordle god, Trey Wingett. 3-2, full count here to Nowak. Again, 2 outs. Baylor Cobb out there in scoring position. Barrett readying. The 3-2.
Oh.
Down swinging, very uncharacteristic of Luke Nowak, but Barrett successfully gets the K to end the 5th inning. We will be back shortly with the top of the 6th. Welcome back. Leading off for the Giants here in the top of the 6 is Joshua Wilson, the right fielder, and of course, the Sandman, still on the mound because he is rolling.
Joshua Wilson, I think this is like his 14th inning playing today. It's been a long day for him.
Has been a long day. Again, this is a double header. We're in the 6th inning, which will be the second to last inning tonight because second game only going to be 7. That one fouled off for strike 1. So game almost over. It was a long 9 innings, but the Train played super well. 11-1 win, swing and a miss, count 0-2. We talked about how talented the pitching is. This guy right here, Ryan Sanders, I don't think you've seen him pitch yet because he's only pitched away games.
I don't think I have either.
So this is, I should have mentioned that earlier. We're in the 6th inning, and I should have mentioned that. The
Don't worry about
0-2
it.
swing and a
Oh!
miss. Yeah, he's
Yeah, I can already tell he's good.
ridiculous. That is his 8th K. The last time he played was June 28th at Silver Spring, Tacoma. He had 10 strikeouts.
Oh, my God. How many innings?
6.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. So, again, this is his Povich debut. He's been so talented. He was an all-star, so I'm so glad that the Big Train fans finally get to see him on our home field.
Oh, they absolutely deserve it, you know. Big Train fans, I've worked a lot with them. Worked with them for 4 years, as I've mentioned many times now. They're great, and, it's always a treat how many amazing players you see go through the system. There's a lot of people that I saw in 2018 that are now almost at the big leagues.
Yeah.
And, these fans, this Bethesda community deserves to see some of that talent go up.
That one popped up. Running all the way over is Hegwett.
Oh, my
making a
goodness.
diving catch. Oh, my goodness. Colton Hegwett, are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. We got
2
some good
outs.
fielders, too,
Seriously. I don't even know that the camera didn't catch that one, unfortunately. Hopefully Anna got a shot of it. That was a crazy diving catch in foul territory from Colton Hegwett. I mean, John Kramer was ready to go in right field, but Hegwett said, "Nah, I got it. I got it."
If you don't know Anna, follow Go Big Train on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, and
Anna's
TikTok.
Anna's a very talented photographer.
I know, she's ridiculous. First pitch, a ball to Drew Vogel, shortstop. Yeah, Anna's awesome. I literally talk about it too much. The audience is probably sick of it. The 1-0 to Vogel in there for
Right in
strike
there.
1. Dirty, right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. I've heard rumblings that he can chuck 100.
I don't know if
need
I've
that
ever
confirmed.
seen that here.
I need that confirmed, but I heard that's why he gets such long rest between games. The 1-1
Oh,
swung
my
on and
goodness.
missed. I wish someone had the radar gun out tonight. I don't see any of the guys down there, unfortunately, but they have been recently.
I know that before you started working here, we used to have a radar gun.
They have
The
one now.
problem was we had an official one on the scoreboard. The problem is that the pitchers were a little too focused on the speed instead of the control,
Got it.
and that causes problems.
So true. Anyways, that one fouled off. At bat will continue. It's still a 1-2 count. The 1-2, well hit, but right to Peyton Schultz, the man of the night, going to take it to the first base bag himself, and that'll be out number 3. So that'll do it for the top of the 6. I believe we're going to have someone else joining me on color when we come back, but Jack, thank you so much. I hope you had a good time.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the sixth, so that means time for the big train bats. DM Jefferson leading off here for Bethesda, and like I promised, I have a new person on color with me, Robert Sue. Robert is another one of our awesome DeMisa fellows, just like Jack. He's a rising senior at Walter Johnson High School. Ryan, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I've watched a couple of the streams all the way back when it was, what are their names? The previous broadcasters here.
The ones from the other years.
Yeah.
those guys from past summers. 0-1 start here to DM Jefferson. Robert, how long have you been volunteering with the train?
Actually, I found out about this volunteering from Jack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was friends with him. I've been a fan for years and years and years, and I saw Jack, and Jack was volunteering, and I volunteered the next summer with him.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. You guys are just so cool, and I know, obviously, I'm older than you or whatever, but, like, you guys know so much more about this community than I do, and it's just been so welcoming, and I'm so thankful to work with all you guys. It's been so fun. I'm sad the summer's almost over. I can't believe it.
Big Train's a great organization, and we're getting ready for the playoffs, which is the best part of the season.
I know. I'm super fired up for the playoffs. That one fouled off. Count 2-2 now for DM. And, I mean, I was talking about it with Jack. It's really fun to work in summer baseball anywhere, but especially here with such a great community and such a good team.
Oh, yeah, the team has been great. DM Jefferson, mid-season pickup. He's been a great addition to the team. His offense came when Big Train was kind of struggling offensively. Well, not struggling, but not where we have seen them previously.
Yeah.
And he has really helped invigorate them. Local product from Bethesda. Goes to Notre Dame. Hitting the ball well.
Yeah, he's been great batting in this second position right behind another guy who's been on fire, Luke Nowak. The 2-2 to DM. Full count now. He's just really helped spark this offense, and we were talking about it. The fact that, Garrett Felix was our leadoff hitter, and then these guys came in and they've pushed Felix down in the lineup just shows from top to bottom, this train order doesn't let up. It's so impressive.
It's an incredibly deep team as I don't know about that call. Incredibly deep team, and Pietre coming up has been the shining jewel of the order, I'd say.
Yeah, seriously. So DM strikes out. Be the first out of the inning, but like you said, one of the most talented hitters, not only on our team, but in this league and also in all of college summer league baseball, as I've done a bit of research about it, is Emilian Pietre out of the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, I'd say Pietre is definitely one of the most talented hitters I've seen ever in Big Train history.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He reminds me a lot of when Hunter Renfro used to play. He had probably the greatest collegiate summer league baseball season of anybody ever. This season is reminiscent of that, and even to make that comparison is
I was going to say,
huge.
that's a high honor, but Emilian deserves it. He's been so impressive, and I'm really excited to follow his career when he gets back to SEC baseball in the fall. I think he's going to be such a dangerous product for the Kentucky Wildcats. The 0-2 count here, high for ball one, so staying alive.
I doubt he makes it back to the fall. I think he's going to get drafted.
You think so?
Yeah.
Perhaps. I think maybe another year. He was only a freshman.
People go out of high school. With the performance he's put on here, I don't see how anybody could, refuse him.
The 1-2, again, patience from Pietre pays off. That was like a tongue twister. Count 2-2 now. On deck, the man of the evening, Peyton Schultz. Barrett readies the 2-2 in. Well hit by Pietre down left field over the glove of Matt Ryan, the third baseman. Pietre rounding for one and going to slide in safe for two. A double for Emilian Pietre. Great stuff to bring up Peyton Schultz.
You see, that about is exactly what I'm talking about. He gets an 0-2 count. He works the 2-2 even count and just turns on a pitch that he likes, a pitch that he loves, turns it fair and hustles over for the double.
Yeah, awesome stuff from Emilian. In scoring position, and Peyton Schultz at the plate, who's just been an absolute monster, not only in this game, but in the one before, had a home run and 3 doubles in the first game of this doubleheader tonight.
On a hot streak today.
Yeah, it's been ridiculous. Pietre taking a hefty lead at the second base bag. Pitcher eyeing him.
It's like he's taunting him slightly.
way wild pitch for Barrett to get started, so Pietre going to advance to third with ease.
Got in his head.
He did get in his head.
So not only is Pietre a monster on the plate, he's also making moves on the base paths, getting in the pitcher's head, forcing wild pitches, putting himself in a position to succeed and putting the team in a position to succeed.
Yeah, it's been our base running has been so impressive. The 1-0, another ball.
2-0 count. Let's see what he does with it.
Again, Schultz ahead 2-0. Pitch fires. Again, struggling with control is Barrett 3-0.
I believe that's 5 straight balls.
He sets the windup, the pitch, in the zone, drops, fighting back, 3-1.
5 straight balls, but 3-1, I think you'd see a little green light here.
Yeah. So, Robert, did you ever play baseball?
Vaguely. I was very bad at it.
The 3-1 in the zone,
Oof.
again, full count. People always ask me, they're like, oh, so, like, how'd you learn? I'm like, I don't know, watching. I never played softball or anything.
I was very bad at baseball. I did watch a lot of Nationals baseball.
That's
though.
the thing. Like, growing up, I watched a lot of Nats baseball. 3-2, down low, ball 4. Peyton going to take his base on a walk. Now runners in the corners for the train. 1 out will bring up John Kramer.
At Old Miss, national champion right here. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, one of our 2 national champions on this roster. How cool is that we get to have 2 guys on the team we work for that literally won the College World Series. So fortunate.
Would have rather had him get here faster, though.
I know. But he came. That's what's important.
He is here now.
First pitch to Kramer, ball. Again, just 1 out. The strikeout from DM Jefferson. Pietre on third. Peyton Schultz on first. Honestly, not surprised to see them walk Schultz. The 1-0 hit foul toward the tennis courts. Count 1-1. So, Robert, have you thought about, like, do you want to do, like, media or something or work in sports, or do you just like volunteering here?
At first I started. I liked volunteering here just for the
vibes.
the experience, the vibes, the
Yeah.
the free baseball.
True.
And that it kind of chicken and egg. I was always a fan of baseball, and volunteering here just gave me such a love for it. Now I really do want to work in sports and some sports writing or sports day-to-day
Management,
operations
yeah.
or something like that.
That's awesome. I know, it's so cool that we have this opportunity, given how old we are.
Yeah.
The 1-2 becomes 2-2 to Kramer. Like I was telling Jack, the fact that I literally get to like go to baseball for free every day and talk about it for my summer job is just too fun. I'm too lucky.
It's always been a really great experience with everybody, and Patrick especially. He's been a constant throughout my entire Big Train career. Assistant GM Patrick Chapman. Feel better.
Yeah, Patrick is awesome. I was shocked to find out Patrick was my age. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. He's just done such wonderful work here, and he's an awesome assistant GM. And shout out to Michael, our GM, it's his first year, and he's been such a great boss. So very grateful. Kramer fighting back, full count. Step off the mound. But yeah, it's just been, this organization's awesome. Yeah, can't say it enough.
Let's see if Kramer can do something today. Two strikeouts already.
In,
Oh!
down, looking. So
The second
John-
time he's been rung up.
Yeah, John Kramer going to head back to the dugout. It'll be up to TJ Rogers to try and make something happen here with runners still in the corners for Bethesda.
T.J. Rogers is a guy who's been very good throughout the season.
Yeah, he's been awesome. We were talking about how impressive he's been defensively. That one catch he had earlier where he knelt down and just perfectly got the ball before it could hit the ground was amazing.
Oh yeah, most definitely. One of the better things that one of the better things about Big Train baseball is how good they are at defense
Yeah.
compared to everybody else in the league.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen games where, a lot of the runs, the Big Train bats are exceptional, but a lot of the runs come from, like, infield errors and wild pitches, and the Train just play a bit cleaner than that, which is why they're so successful in this league. The 0-1 low for a ball.
Yeah, especially in lower level baseball, defense can win you a championship.
Yeah. That was my old soccer coach was always like, defense wins championships. Which is true. It's true. Defense and basketball coach at Northwestern, women's basketball coach, one of my favorite guys, is always like, defense creates offense, which is true. Because, I mean, even for this team, the pitching has been great since day one. The bats took a little time to warm up, but as the pitching was holding them to the standard, they started to match it, and now it's just well-balanced all around, and it's been awesome.
That's true. Guys like Nick Del Prado have been lights out pitching. Absolute gas from the Big Train bullpen and starters.
After a foul tip from Rogers, Barrett again struggling to find a zone. Count goes from 0-1 to 3-1.
Ryan Sanders today even, he's gone how many innings?
He's pitched 5. I'm sure he'll push a 6th. He's been ridiculous. TJ hits that one foul, count full. I was telling Jack it's crazy that you guys hadn't seen him pitch yet because he's only pitched at away games.
Yeah.
But he's unreal.
No, this is an otherworldly performance, especially for a league where guys typically only go 3-4 innings. Pushing a 6th is nigh unheard of.
The 3-2 down looking goes TJ Rogers, and that's out number 3. The Big Train leave Pietre and Peyton Schultz stranded in the corners, but still a 7-1 lead. Robert, thank you so much for joining me.
I loved it. Great.
When we come back, maybe it'll be Robert, maybe it'll be another Demisa fellow. Only time will tell. You'll have to stay tuned for the top of the 7th. Welcome back. It's the top of the 7th. Pitching change for the Big Train. Jordan Little coming in to close for Ryan Sanders. Quite the pitching duo the Train have this evening. Here in the second game against the Giants, again, just a 7-inning game because it's a double header. First pitch from Little, swing and a miss. And this could be the end here if Jordan Little can get 3 quick outs, which he usually can do. I'm Allie Navarrete, and I have one final person with me on color, another one of our lovely Demisa fellows, Henry Leggett, rising senior at Landon. Henry, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm super excited to be in here. This is my first time. It's awesome.
I'm great. I've had lots of people on color today broadcasting for the first time, and everyone has been awesome. It's been so fun to have all of you guys try it out. The 1-1 fouled back for 1-2. And I'm just so glad we could get all of you in here. It's not, I mean, we've been given a rare opportunity on obviously unfortunate circumstances that Nick's not here, but it's been really fun.
For sure. Yeah, it's super. This is my first time broadcasting any game ever, like color commentary ever. So
Awesome. Well, hopefully it's a good time, and no other better place to do it than Shirley Povich
100%.
Field with this awesome team. How long have you been volunteering?
This is my first summer actually volunteering.
Got it.
I had come to Big Train games as a kid, and I had always enjoyed my time here. And this is my first summer actually either volunteering or working here. It's been nothing but spectacular.
Yeah, it's been awesome. A nice little ground ball to Jordan Little, tosses it over to Schultz for the first out at first, and now it'll be a new hitter. Number 8, Ehi Okoji. He's the DH tonight. That was Sar Yeldon who grounded out. Okoji with the lone run on the board for the Giants, a homer, a rare homer off Ryan Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only flaw in his stat line so
Seriously. He's usually pretty flawless. I was telling Jack, I think, the last game he pitched was at Silver Spring Tacoma, and he had 10 Ks in his 6 innings of work. So he's ridiculous. Another guy who's ridiculous on the mound, Jordan Little, who was up here. He was on the call with us on Monday and then just couldn't get enough, so had to come back today. And he was so much fun to have on during the first game. So thank you, Jordan. The 1-1 from him popped up. Baylor Cobb calling it behind the plate, and he makes the catch. That's 2 quick outs for the Big Train.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the two storylines of this game has been Ryan Sanders just absolutely dominated on the mound.
Yeah.
And Peyton Schultz just, I mean, you could see as soon as he stepped in the box, he wanted to tear the cover off the ball.
Yeah.
And what was it? Couple doubles. I mean, he hit a bomb in the first game of the doubleheader. He was locked in today.
Yeah, he's been unreal. Definitely the MVP in this doubleheader for the Big Train. Definitely going to grab him after, going to ask him about how this is feeling. I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty happy and excited to talk to me. Fingers crossed. The 1-0 from Little, fouled back, count 1-1. But yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's been quite the day for the Train. Just really good performances from Ryan Sanders on the mound. And then in the first game, there was great pitching from Eric Ritchie, from Kai Burdick in relief. It was just really good stuff. 1-1 lands again, 1-2, and now Jordan Little just strike away from ending this game. And I mean, the Big Train have just been on a roll. I was talking to the players Sunday. We were at DC. It was a bit of a wake-up call. It wasn't a great game.
Yep.
But then Monday and today have just been great.
Yep.
The 1-2 swing and a miss. Jordan Little knows he's got the stuff, and that's 2 wins for the Train. This one, final score 7-1, an 11-1 victory in Game 1. We have the day off tomorrow, but we'll be back in action on Friday for a doubleheader here with Metro SoCo. Henry, thank you so much for joining me.
So much. Absolutely. Anytime.
For all of you guys at home, again, we'll be back on Friday. Unclear whether Nick will be back with me, but if he's not, you'll be entertained, as you saw today. We're making it work. But yeah, 2 big wins. Train now have 21 wins on the season. Unfortunately, the Giants fall below, even further below 500.